Hi team, wanted to make a video because I just read a book. It was called, and it was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was quirky and it was easy to get lost in the characters. You kind of get sucked in. It is about the main character who is eccentric. She has quirks to her. Some likenesses are reminiscent of autism. I had a friend who had a similar perspective, and she was on the spectrum. So it was very, very unique to be reading this book. She was a phenomenal character, but I liked this person too. She was a good friend. So, it was just unique and kind of cool to read it. But she actually did go through a family tragedy, and she had part of her face kind of ripped up. And there are spoilers there that I'm not going to share, but it was psychologically a concern. She had low self-esteem to a certain extent, or she was just honest and said, "I'm hideous," and she had stopped trying. She stopped. She wasn't dressing nicely. She wasn't paying attention to modern trends or popular culture. So she had, the long hair and non-fashionable shoes, and clothes that were outdated, and she didn't care. And that's not really a bad thing, of course. That's not, I mean, I think in the real world, you're gonna find a bunch of people who just wear whatever they want, and now that's kind of a trend too of just wearing like sweats around, or but she actually, the character came from a pretty formal background, and so she was very well educated, she was very intelligent, and was very manners oriented and very etiquette driven, but she was also a real human. She was funny, like I said, laugh out loud funny, but she was very highly literal, and so that was just a part of the quirk. And she wouldn't kind of cater to people who, a lot of times she was judged quite a bit because of her appearance and because of her face, and because she wasn't gonna bend over backwards for social niceties. She could be socially adept. She did know to not say things out loud if they were just like horrendous. If you were just like, "I'm sorry, but you're a horrendous monster." Oh, okay, sorry. I'm gonna get back to work. She did recognize what she could and could not say. It seemed like, and so she was just a likable character, and so she fixated on this musician, and she said, "I found the love of my life. We're gonna get married. I'm gonna start following these social norms because this is what is needed to be the musician's wife. This is a social expectation." And so then she's, she got a manicure, she got a wax, she got a professional haircut, she learned how to do makeup from the professionals at the department store, and she got new clothes, and just she started joining the here and now, and she started making more friends, and she made friends with a coworker, and she liked it. She got a promotion. She hadn't thought about her future or like what she was going to do. She just thought, "I'm here now," and then like she just drank on the weekends, and then she just went back to work. And that was what she did. And then she started, joining modern society and kind of becoming part of it and having fun with it a little bit. And of course, then there was a little bit of drama with the musician, and there was a different person, a coworker who was an interesting character as well. So you have this unique woman, and she's completely likable, and that there is, of course, a few hard moments in there, and that's like, oh no, just because of the trauma from her face. And so there were unhealthy relationships associated. She had been abused in a previous relationship, just because she didn't know to want more. And so just because she didn't know the social norms, she didn't have a father figure in her life, and she didn't interact with other people, and she didn't, it sounds like she did watch TV programs, and she was an avid reader. So but her boyfriend was going to teach her to be normal, but he was purely abusive, and he only cared about his own pleasure, and he broke her arm twice apparently. So pretty terrible. But she found someone else, and then it's about her journey to joining the world and a potential happily ever after. So I would recommend it. I thought it was great, and I wanted to share. So now I'm moving on to the next one, but I will talk to you later. Bye.